Great. So what I want to do is just quickly wrap up everything that's been spoken about, because I know it's been speed dating, right? So you forgot who you dated at the beginning, and you're just more obsessed with Timo right now because he was late last. So I want to just bring it all together and kind of really summarize what you should be doing tomorrow when you go back to your office. So I'm thinking about this as taking 12 steps for conversion success in 2012. So it's really about, we only have a few months left in the year. So it's really about taking some steps today so that when January 1 comes about, you're actually ready to start optimizing for conversions. And it should really cover three key areas. It's about, multi-channel funnels and multi-channel attribution. It's about measuring beyond your website, looking at mobile and social. And it's really about building your sites optimized for conversions. So first thing we looked at was multi-channel attribution in the form of multi-channel funnels. Now, I saw a few questions on Twitter asking, oh, we can't access it. We don't have the new V5 in Malaysia. But we'd never forget about Malaysia. You do have the new V5. You've just got to go find it. When you log into analytics, you'll see up the top there a link that will say new version. Click on that and you'll get there. So try it out today. It's in your account already. It doesn't require any retagging. We've got data backfilled all the way to January of this year, so you already have rich data in there. Start playing around with it. So, have a look. Understand how your different channels work. Who's assisting you rather than directly contributing towards your conversions. Look at the top parts report. That's really interesting. It's actually a fun report to play with because you get to see all these weird types of channels or weird types of interactions that your users take before they lead to a conversion. Ratchet came on next, and he gave a really great talk on why you need to tag your URLs. So I always say, if it's going to drive a visit to your website, you should tag it. And Ratchet wrapped up with something that was really important. This is really a process about tagging, and you need to kind of establish that process internally. So if you have one guy who's doing social media and another guy who's doing email marketing, you should educate them on why they need to be tagging these URLs and how they should be doing it. And remember, it's your responsibility, right? So a lot of times when something goes wrong with analytics, we like to blame the webmaster. In this case, you can't blame the webmaster, right? So it's your responsibility. Timo came up and spoke about goals. So he left you with a bit of homework. So you'll find this little sheet in your pack. So make sure you go out there, sit down with all the other stakeholders in your business, and figure out, what are all the goals we need to be tracking and checking across all these different sort of segments of the user's journey. And then with all those goals in place, your multi-channel funnels reporting actually becomes a lot more valuable. Nash came up and spoke about mobile measurement. What you should be doing tomorrow is, looking at the data, understanding the mobile opportunity. If you have mobile applications, if you're developing in iOS or Android, put Google Analytics in there so that you can figure out how are people engaging with your content and what you need to improve. John came back and spoke about social. If you're using +1 or you think of using +1, it's really easy. Throw the button on there and Analytics will start picking the data up straight away. If you're using Facebook or Twitter widgets, we have all this great sample code on our help site. So all you need to do is copy and paste that into your site, and it'll start helping Analytics track that activity straight away. And then if you have anything beyond that, such as milk a deal using the email button, you can still track that activity using the track social function. Speed. Speed is very important. We saw that every second of delay can possibly affect conversions by up to 7%. So we really need to make our websites faster. So implement that track page load time method call in Analytics and start to look at how quickly your pages are loading or how slowly they're loading across different devices, across different geographies. And then identify your slowest loading pages that are important to you, like Amari did, and run it through Google PageSpeed and look at the tips it gives you. Implement those tips. You saw with Amari, even the easiest tips implemented save them 1 second very quickly, and hopefully that's helped improve conversions. We spoke about landing page design as well, so there was Matt's talk, which I delivered, and Mark's talk on landing page design, optimizations, and best practices. Make sure you go back. Look, be critical of your landing pages on your site. Don't be afraid to be. Evaluate it across all these best practices we gave you. And think about then, all right, what do we need to fix? And then, should we be testing it? And the answer is yes, you should be. So, beyond design also, look at landing pages with the high bounce rate. Sit down, be really critical about it. Test it using a tool like Google Website Optimizer. And hopefully you can create a design that's appealing to your users. Then Nags came on and spoke about, looking beyond Google Analytics. So 2 very easy things you can do today, or even tomorrow, is go into Google Insights for search, throw in all these various brand names or your products, and see how people are searching for them. Go into DoubleClick Ad Planner, throw in your domain name or your competitor's domain name, and see how people, see what sort of visitors they have and what they're interested in. I get asked a lot about how do we get training, how do we get educated. So if you're here today, the great thing is 2 of our partners are going to offer training sessions. So it's good to see a lot of you will be attending those. But if you need a refresher or you want to look at some alternative material, go to conversionuniversity.com, where we have a lot of sort of self-study guides. Interactive videos, short videos, so if you don't have a great attention span, they're very short, quick, easy to consume. And you can sit an exam if you want to become Google Analytics individually qualified. And you get a nice certificate like that you can hang and, proudly hang on your wall and maybe show it to your boss and ask for a raise. And then we also have a blog here in APAC. We call it the Conversion Room blog, and we talk about best practices around conversion. I recommend that you sign up to it, subscribe by email, so whenever we publish anything new, it goes straight into your inbox. What will be coming up, a whole bunch of success stories from the region. We'll be releasing a bunch of multi-channel funnel user guides, hopefully the first one on Monday. And of course, all the material from today will also be posted up there. And then finally, the 12th thing to get you ready for 2012 is really about changing your mindset, right? So you need to have this mindset of taking action. Everything we showed you today, all the little success stories, it wasn't because Google Analytics figured out for them what they should be doing. It's because they had great analysts who sat down, looked at the data, figured out what they needed to take action on to kind of move the business to the next level.